This is called Face Eraser. My name is pronounced Gabriel. I was born on Halloween. Do the math. I'm dark, and I like dark, so don't like me. I'm cries. Very cries. Wah. Ever since I was young, I like to include blood in the poetry I write. I like to write about what's happening to me as I write. If anyone would like to make me bleed by doing horrible things to me while I write about what you are doing to me, my roommates are out of town until a week from Friday. I like the emotionless function of insects. People used to make fun of my eyes, which is ridiculous. Who makes fun of eyes? I like giving live chickens to homeless people and to see how they deal with it. I arrange the flowers in old people's gardens so they spell swear words. I'm a polyglot, very good at making those sounds. Both of my arms are covered in scars from wrist to shoulder from self-harm. I do not exaggerate, but I've recovered. I also have a phobia about phones and cannot talk on them. I like praying, going to church, and reading the Bible. Kidding. I got an ass like, whoa. But only if I shave it. Want my ass forever? Drug me, ask my face. Love getting duct taped to a tree and fucked with a tree branch by guys who are senior citizens or high on crystal. Love feeling a knife in me scraping my bones. I fantasize about an aging 35+ skater boy cutting my nipples off with scissors or maybe sawing me in half. Hello, death. I am afraid I'm going to jump off the bridge near my house soon if this doesn't, quote unquote, happen. I would also crawl or swim or take whatever means to get to him. Hope I can at least meet someone in Virginia, Maryland, DC, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Ohio, Tennessee, or Kentucky, and college-aged to around 30s who'll take their shoes and socks off and let me smell it. You can write it on my tombstone. I wanted it. I will be on AML. If you're from Poland or somewhere, you can take off your socks using email messages. Yes, I have mental problems. Big fucking surprise. I had a great run in my teens and now I just want to cry. Warning. I'm 18, laugh out loud. Wink, wink. But my face looks like an old boxer's. Oh, want to see my monster cock? I don't fucking have one. I'm also blind in one eye. Bugs Bunny are the best cartoon in the world, more into sci-fi, fiction, true story, a little on love story, horror, suspense, comedy, animated, 3D, and etc. I just love watching all types of movies. Polar Express. I do art appreciation a lot. Is that nerd stuff? I think I'm nerd. Am I? Quote, we all wear masks and the time comes when we cannot remove them without removing some of our own skin. End quote. That's supposed to be you talking about me. Intellectual shit. But I can throw an amazing dinner party. What are your other two wishes? This one time I requested Wannabe and the DJ played it, and then immediately afterwards he seemingly unprovoked played Under Pressure, and I was like, wow, what a time to be alive. But I also like movies that are confusing and take a few times to watch before they truly make sense. I search for a darkness that becomes opaque and as impassable as lead once I'm inside it. I'm not one-dimensional, so there's hope, right? Right? Yes, I just used an interrobang. And I also broke a grammar rule by using more than 2 exclamation question marks to convey emotion. Lots of people saying, only my friends and those who know me, but not really, that I have multiple personality. Haha, I know that's impossible, but I always do love crashing in every impossible matter, making it possible. I can't stop, it's a mania. My straight roommate friend, who was an old school type boss of a department of engineers for decades, says I'm bipolar and autistic. But crime lab Mason Schweiner, straight friend, thinks I'm fine for sure. but flattered to know, after they got to know my body, I was inversely and a counterpart of those descriptions they used to describe me. That's what they said. Sublime would be if all people we knew and we did not need to know anything, but since then we would have no motivation to learn because we would know who is who, thus becoming a living monotone, where there is no advantage to anyone. Okay, it's time to sing the doom song. Until 6 months ago, I was a singer-dancer. I was trying to break into the industry. I wrote this for an assignment in my English class. Quote, literature stirs my soul, music drives my being into the corners of eternity. Beethoven lifts me to the loftiness of human pathos and existence. Brahms spreads my wings and drives me to hover above the earth, end quote. I still have a memory of that boy who can talk to you. I had a stroke during the beating, yeah. So my voice is slurred, sounds drunk. To quote someone, Gabriel does nothing but bring you down. I'm past tense of hang. I'm a freshman at Columbia studying comp sci and web app design. Hooray for that. Please don't tell my girlfriend I am here. When people still liked me, they said I looked like what you hoped that McCulkin boy from Home Alone would have grown up to look like at 18 instead of what he actually ended up looking like. Also have awesome kissable lips you will be willing to kiss until your lips fall apart. Do I look like one of your friends? No. I am trying to lose weight. Everyone says I'm insane and that I'm too thin, if anything, but look close and one can see the pig is overweight in pics taken last week on February 6, 2021. Even though I may look thin, I am still overweight, and needless to say, I'm horny as hell. If you have a problem with that, you can go stab yourself and tell someone who really cares. Don't make it look like a suicide so your family gets the insurance money. Otherwise, I have a naturally sad face and I'm 100% healthy. Carpe diem. See you soon inside me, but not tomorrow night. I wish I had my own motorbike so I can ride and fall in the icy road. I like cats, but you would never know it. I also like puppies, but only when they're in bags in the river. My only other dislike, and I've given it lots of thought, is female children. I do not like them, not just sexually, I mean at all. I am trained in self-defense, so even with my arms tied behind my back, and I can still dislocate your arms. I had a guy once put 2 drumsticks in my ass because he thought it was funny. I love that kind of creativity. Why? Beats me. I used to have one of my dogs sleep in my room when I was a kid, and when I was about 12, that's when I started jacking off, so I decided I'd let my dog lick my cock and my hole. And one time my dog got so into it, he bited and chewed up my hole so bad that I had to be rushed to the hospital, and my parents freaked out and put the dog to sleep, and I loved it. I had another guy get a duvet cover printed with life-size image of me and invited 144 guys, 144 equals a gross, to come on the duvet, and when complete, the duvet was hung in a gallery under a UV light. Sad reality. Quote, a life is black, whiten it as you will. E.H. Chapin. Think about it. Yes, I used to be that porn star. Did you want to go balls deep in me 2 years ago? Take a hike, bub. I faced the truth. You can look like motherfucking anything, but I'm slave to Moz. Stephen Patrick Morrissey. Yeah, I know. Weird, right? I would love you to be someone tough who's into Moz, but that's an oxymoron. No one tough could tolerate Moz's sensitivity and razor wit, so instead I foresee an interesting conflict where there is someone who will be driven into a rage by my soul's disloyalty, but who will not take away my Moz collection. Interest in a guy who has magic power. Several have suggested to me that what I am secretly asking for is to be deprived of my Moz collection and therewith my obsession. While I can understand how that would seem to be my hidden agenda, I will say respectfully to those of you who might share this interpretation and approach me in the future that you are taking an overly psychological approach to me. My other request is that you use a recipe for meatloaf that I will bring along with me. It was my mother's recipe. She's dead. I'm so glad I don't have her breathing down my neck anymore. My dad's a dick. I just came out of a horrible hospital. It was horrific, but I'm cool. I'm okay now. You really need to listen to me because I'm telling you the truth. Trust me. Well, okay. I'm not okay. I am not fucking okay. I have an act of pretending I'm okay when in fact I am not. I have this sort of defense thing, I guess. I am also that kind of useless human called a flaneur. That's where you come in. I want anyone to pick up a hammer and bash my skull in, then literally tear me apart. If you spare my life, please, that would be such a boner. I remember the first time I got the shit beaten out of me, I kept the receipt. Or you could call a friend over. Dude, you gotta come see this asshole I totally wrapped in duct tape. There's nothing left of him showing. Or you could smear my body with stuff bears like to eat, watch the bears eat, and swallow me, and film it with your phone. Send it to my piece of shit dad. I'll give you his number before. Can it be done? Wait. I doubt you've seen this movie, Johnny's Got His Gun. It frightened me to death. Well, in the movie, a young soldier gets blown totally to shit in World War II, and he ends up in a hospital. No arms, no legs, no face, can't talk, can't move. He's just a body that they teach to spell out words by moving its chest up and down. You would look at that body and think, no way is that the same guy. But when the body moves its chest up and down, all it does is talk about its past. It won't shut up about it. If its past was food, it would weigh 1 billion pounds. And its past is a match for what the soldier did before he got blown up. That's why, legally, it's him. Understand? Okay, why did I just get hit with depression? Me, no filter. I say whatever comes into my head, if easily butthurt, a complete prick, swerve. I'm being evicted from my apartment. Fucking hell, Jesus Christ shit. Buzz me on 98333566953. I'll send you a picture. I'm the one in the picture who's not ugly. Since people can't seem to figure it out, I'm the white boy on the left. Your left. Whew. Now I'm looking at this long-ass paragraph thinking, Jesus Christ, what have I done? I'm gonna go take a hot shower. It's like a normal shower, but with me in it.